Right. Okay then. Good evening. So today this is our first session of applied biology, right? Yes. So first of all, Eid Mubarak to all, right? So the day following our Eid festival, so we can't take any leaves because we are on the last part of our yellow journey. So it's hard to take holidays and all, right? So and yes, Eid Mubarak. So by the way, I this is remember that this is your last uh, Eid festival before your A-level exam, right? Right. So keeping that on your mind, by the next Eid festival, by the next Hajj festival, you might be in your campus, inshallah, right? All of us, right? We'll be in our campuses, inshallah, right? Okay. Right. So we have completed microbiology, right? I hope you are on your practices. By the way, inshallah, from today onwards, I'll be sending microbiology essays, right? I have prepared all the essay questions. I have prepared all the schemes also. I have done it. That is why I was unable to send you any works these days. I have completed everything with regard to microbiology. I'll be giving the structured essays and MCQs physically. We'll discuss them physically, but I'll give the essays through online or subgroup. Is it okay? Is it fine? Is it fine? Can any one of you use a mic? Any one of you? Even if it's okay if all three of you can use your mic. So that will give some sort of a physical interaction, right? Not like online. It will be some sort of a more interactive session because this is a new lesson, right? If I was hoping to do it physical, but due to unavoidable reasons, was unable due to those Sarafa uh, fasting, also those sorts of reasons, right? Okay, so if one of you use your microphone, that would be really helpful for me, right? Okay then. So this is the new lesson, which is applied biology, right? So microbiology, as I said, that will be going on those pattern. Every 2 days, once in a 2 days, I'll be sending one essay question. You do it. You have 2 days time. You do the leisurely, right? When you get time, you just do it and send me. Just drop me a message. I have done it. I'll send the scheme. No need of sending the complete pictures of your answers. Now I can't be, I don't know whether this is the correct word to say. I can't be spoon feeding you, right? I can't be saying that send you works. I want to see them. I want to assure them. No, you are nearing your level, so you should have that responsibility in your. So what I'll do is I'll send the essays. After doing it, you just drop me a message. I have done. Just send me the scheme. I'll send the scheme, right? So that is how the work will be going on. You have to correct it by seeing the scheme, and then you will know what are the points you have missed. Okay then. So that's enough for microbiology. So we are here with applied biology. A small lesson, right? Small lesson can score nicely with question from this lesson. If there are any questions related to this lesson, we can score easily, right? So as usual, I'll start with the importance. Now I have said that each and every lesson before starting what we'll be discussing, we'll be discussing the importance of the lesson, right? So as usual, here also let's uh, see what is the importance of this lesson. GCA level bio paper, right? If you see bio paper with related to applied biology, right? If I take MCQ, structured essay, and essay, right? In MCQs every year, normally maximum three. Normally they will be asking one or two. Rarely they will be asking three, right? So I'll take it as most probably two, right? So I'll take it as two. 2 out of 50 marks. If I say structured, these last lessons, unit number 8, unit number 9, unit number 10, including unit number 7, those four lessons normally play a huge role in structure paper. Is that clear? They play a major role in the structure paper. So we have to learn them just for the sake of getting a good marks in the structure paper. Normally MCQs they'll be having a low quantity compared to unit 5, right? But structure, there's a huge portion of marks they can cover. Huge in the sense normally, yeah, with respect to question. We know that a structured essay can almost carries 5 marks, one structure, right? So within one structure, this applied biology can go up to 3 marks from one structure. One structure is 5 marks. So normally they'll be asking in the fourth structure. This can go up to 3 marks. Three among the structure, say normally they'll be giving 20 marks, right? Four structures. So among 23 marks. Essay normally, students normally 90% of the students don't choose applied biology essays. It's up to you, right? Depending on the questions. If it is easy, you can choose applied biology also. So normally applied biology they'll be asking to the short question part, right? Short question part. So if I say for the short question, they can carry almost three 3 marks. Yeah, 3 marks. So altogether, 6, 8. 8 of your total marks. Applied biology holds 8 of your marks. So this is an optional one. Optional. If you're not choosing that, this is a then that 3 marks won't be counted. Is that clear? This is your priority. Clear? Yes, right? Okay. Okay then. So then let's go to the lesson part. Right, before starting the lessons, what are the topics here? Might feel we are coming after a huge lesson, which is microbiology. This is also a lesson which has that much of content. Means no, this is a small lesson compared to microbiology. This is one of the smallest lessons in our syllabus. So that is some sort of a sign of relief for you, right? So here, what are the topics we'll be discussing in applied biology? Applied biology topics. First one, we'll be discussing about the aquaculture. Here they will be discussing about ornamental fish culture, right? And here only we'll be discussing about aquarium, fishes. We'll be discussing all about them here. And we'll be discussing about the diseases caused in fishes, right? And then we'll be going on to the tissue culture part, right? I'm not writing in the order, but I'll write in the remembrance of the topics, right? Tissue culture. Then we'll be going to the tissue culture. Plant techniques. There are various techniques. Grafting. This is not new to you all. You have learned, right? Grafting, layering, those techniques in your all of us. These techniques we'll be discussing slightly, just an overall touch, right? And then we'll be coming to the nursery management, nursery part, right? Then we have food preservation. Now, food preservation part, we have learned it in which unit? In our A-levels, we have learned this food preservation. Which unit? Anyone? Any one of you about food preservation related to food preservation? Something like unit number 9 regarding food spoilage. Can you remember? Why pasteurization is some sort of a related to food preservation, right? Pasteurization, how to preserve the food. Uh, so here we'll be speaking, but not the microbiology aspect. We'll be learning about some techniques itself, just techniques only, salting, sugaring, those techniques, right? Sixth part, we'll be coming across two life cycle, two life cycles. One is dengue and filariasis, right? These two are have a huge importance in this lesson, right? dengue filariasis, and then we'll be coming to the nanotechnology part. Nanotechnology. And last, stem cells. That's it. These are the topics. Right. So today what I'll do is let's try to complete this part up to here. Right. Up to here. Let's try to finish. Right. Let's try to finish that part. So these are small topics. We can complete the all these three, including this part in a physical class, and this life cycle in a single class, and these two in a single class. We can try to complete this complete thing. Now, hopefully, inshallah, within the next two classes, we can complete this complete lesson. That's our idea, right? So, June first 2 weeks, we'll be completing this, and the next 2 weeks, we'll be trying to complete the environment biology. So, by July first week, your syllabus will be done, right? So, I have also planned that revision. Can you remember the revision part, rapid revision part? So we were thinking about doing some sort of revision. So in revision, we'll be covering units like unit number 4, unit number 5, unit number 6, these three lessons. So in this next month, June, in June, we'll be covering this part, we'll be covering the applied part, and we'll be starting environment, and almost let's assume we can complete almost 60% of the lesson. That's it. Right. So June will be a huge month for us. Right. Okay. Then let's go to the lesson without a delay. Right. Right. Applied biology. I hope you all have the resource book. You have, right? Uh, one student is missing. How about her? Did she leave just because of any uh, connection issue? Do you all guys have the resource book? Applied biology. Yes. How about Shamla? Do you have? Yes, ne? Right. Okay, then. Let's start. Right. Food, aquaculture. First one, applied biology, aquaculture. Right. Food and Agricultural Organization (FAO) defines aquaculture as the farming of aquatic organisms, including fishes, mollusks, crustaceans, aquatic plants. That's it. That's the definition. So they're saying aquaculture means farming aquatic organisms. Farming in the sense growing, right? Farming aquatic organisms like fish, normal fish, mollusks, crustaceans, aquatic plants. You know mollusks, you know fish. Crustaceans means prawns, those arthropods, right? Right? Aquatic plants means, right? Aquatic plants, normally sea plants, right? So if we are growing them, just think I am growing it within a normal shop or something, that which means I am doing aquaculturing. So anything with related to these four, if I'm growing them, which means that activity is called aquaculture. Aquaculture means farming of aquatic organisms like fish, mollusks, crustaceans, and aquatic plants. Is that definition clear? So, unlike other lessons, here definitions are not much harder. Clear, right? I hope it's clear, right? Importance of agriculture, aquaculture. Farming edible aquatic organisms is accepted as one of the best solutions for feeding the ever increasing human populations. A healthy diet high in protein is necessary to ensure that growing population does not succumb to sickness diseases due to lack of essential nutrients. Harvests from wild sources of fish, crustaceans, and other aquatic species cannot keep up the demand presented by the growing human population. Trying to match the demand through commercial fishing would eventually result in overfishing and the loss of species. It is accepted that while aquaculture is essential to meet the human demand for the fish and fishery product, it is also relieves the strain on wild species, allows them to continue as a significant food source for humans. What are they speaking here? Right. Now, why should we do this aquaculture? Right. Normally, why do we do fishing? Just tell me. Why do we do fishing? No, we can't waste time just typing. If you can use the mic, it's better. Right? Why do we do fishing? Guys, why? For food. Yeah, for food. Right? So, as a source of protein. Right? As a source of protein, for selling, for an income. Second, third one for trading. Normally, some fishes from foreign they'll be trading for us, and we'll be trading some fishes from our Indian Ocean to other European countries for trading also. So what they are saying here is they are saying with the growth of the population, which is a J-shaped curve, right? In this J-shaped curve, what happens is the population is continuously increasing. So with this increase of population, they are saying if we are just only depending from the ocean, the fish source, that's enough. That's not enough. It seems, which means they are saying the population is not decreasing. The population is continuously it is increasing. Every year it is continuously increasing than the previous. So they are saying even after seeing this curve, if you just still depend on the uh, sea, oceans, if we still depend on those two for if we still depend on those oceans for fishers, they are saying that's not inadequate. It seems that's not adequate. Can you get the point? So what they did, what were what is their observation? They are saying the population increases. With the increase in the population, they are saying if you keep on taking fishes from this ocean, they are saying it's not adequate because the fish from the ocean also they will be producing some at some rate of food. No, fishes will be produced. There will be fishes, but we'll be taking for lot and lot of countries. Now, if you see for Sri Lanka only, tons of fishes will be taken. Yes or no? Tons of fishes. I'm not saying the kilos, I'm saying the numbers of fishes. Right? That much of fishes will be taken. So from Indian Ocean, Sri Lanka takes, India takes, Pakistan takes, so much of countries takes. They are saying if we still take from these oceans and wait, what happens is at a time overfishing will take place. With the human population increase, what will we do? We'll be catching more and more fishes. Why? Because we need more protein. So we'll be taking more fishes. So at that time, it will be leading to overfishing. When overfishing takes place, they are saying it can lead to loss of the species entirely. Right? So they said, all right. So that is the problem. Why? What is the problem? The human population is drastically increasing. When they increase, what happens is we need to supply them with adequate amount of protein. So protein sources are what? Meat, chicken, fish, egg, right? These are the protein sources, right? So if you see meat, right? For meat, chicken, and egg, compared to these three, fishes can be easily obtained. Yes or no? Compared to those three, chicken, meat, egg, compared to these three, fishes can be obtained in large numbers from sea. Yes or no? Yes. But so as we can take more and more fishes from the sea, what happens is more people start depending fishes as their protein source. That is the problem. Have you heard something like the fish oil tablet? Fish oil tablet, something, a capsule, yellow, golden color. fish oil, they would say. Have you heard something like that? No. Yes, right. So that has a huge demand. That has a huge demand. Normally, American companies do that. So that is a huge demand one. So what happens there? So the ocean has been a common platform. All of us just randomly take fishes for our purposes. So when that happens, what happens is we are following this technique, overfishing. We are not following a certain set of rules while fishing. We are just randomly fishing. We don't know that whether the species are enough in that ocean, which means there's this loss of species taking place gradually. Why? Because we are continuously taking fishes. Then they said that rather than we depend only on one source, what if we have another source? Right? What if we have another source? They came up with this aquaculturing method. So aquaculturing means what? Aquaculturing means farming of aquatic organisms, including fishes, which means growing of fishes. What they did was they took certain set of fishes and they grew. They grew them or they farmed them by supplying with them essential nutritions, temperature, pH, and they grew them. You might ask, then it is a high cost, right? So, taking a fish and growing it rather than going and taking the fish from the sea, if you are taking that fish and coming and growing it here, it is a cost process, right? Is that your doubt? You might feel that doubt, right? So, கடலை போயிட்டு எடுத்துன்னு வர மீன் எதுக்கு எடுத்துன்னு வந்து இங்க வளர்த்து மறுவ நாங்க வேற ஒரு செலவு ஒன்று வாங்குவோம் சார். You might feel that, right? Yes or no? Yes or no? I was there. Don't look at this, don't read this and see whether say, I can't get this point. No, no. Wait, I'll completely do this and I'll just go to the note part, right? Right, clear, right? Right. Yes, it might feel costly, but the end result is bit good. Why? What we'll do is we'll take those fishes and they will be growing it, right? They'll be growing it in large aquariums and they'll be growing it. And after growing it, during this growth process, they will be breeding them. They'll be breeding them. So breeding gives rise to what? What will they give rise to? They'll be producing the offsprings. So offsprings will be produced in large numbers. So I took 1,000 fishes, I breeded them. Just say I got 2,000 fishes, right? I got 2,000 fishes. I'll again breed them after a certain period of time. Then I'll get 4,000, right? This breeding process does not take huge time. This does not take huge time. Why? Fishes produce large number of eggs. Yes or no? Not one egg. Unlike hens, it's not one egg. They produce multiple eggs. Yes or no? Yes, right. So that they completely depend on this breeding process, right? That is what they are speaking about aquaculture. Nothing, complex here. Now let's read that point, the complete passage again. Farming edible. Edible means eatable. Eatable. Farming edible aquatic organisms is accepted as one of the best solutions for feeding for the human population. Yes. Why? Because ocean has large number of fishes. So those fishes can be considered as a source of protein. So for the growth of human population, fishes are considered to be a source of food. That's it they're saying. A healthy diet high in protein is necessary to ensure that growing population does not succumb to sickness. So we can prevent from sicknesses and diseases if we have a high growth rate. For high growth rate, we should need protein, right? Right. Essential nutrition. Harvests from wild sources. Wild sources here. They are saying these wild sources. They are referring to oceans, water bodies, right? Our sources of fishes, oceans, water bodies, seas. Those they are saying harvests. Harvest means they are referring to what? Let me guess. Just give a guess. Harvests means what they are referring to. Harvest from wild sources. They're referring to aquatic organisms. Harvest from wild sources of fish, crustaceans, and aquatic species. They're referring here. See? Uh, Harvest from wild sources, fish, crustaceans, and other aquatic species cannot keep up with demand presented by growing human population. Trying to match the demand through commercial fishing would eventually result in overfishing. If we keep on depend on the commercial fishing side, what happens? We will be have to fish more and more, which means we'll be eventually overfishing, right? Last year, if we have taken 1,000 fishes per month, we took 1,000 fishes. This year, our for that year, just say our population was 7 million. Just these are just random numbers, eh? So now this year it is almost 8 million. Now it is going up to 1,500 fishes, right? 1,500 to 2,500. Let's see, 2,500 fishes. Now here, can you see? We have overfished it. We are involving in overfishing. Why? Because another country will be taking same amount. Now just say 1,000 fishes. Now if we take a portion more than our required usual required amount, what happens is these guys will be lacking some sort of fishes. They are lacking proteins. They are lacking fishes. Is that clear? നാം the pattern 1000 fishes. Due to the increase in the human population, we increase the number of fishing we take. No, increase number of fishes we take from the ocean. If that is the case, what happens? Another country will be losing the usual number. Now these will be almost catching some sort of 600, something like that. Is that clear? Yes, right. Do you find any difficulties? No, this is a simple part. Don't think, don't think, sir. They will they be asking this as an essay? No, no, they won't be asking these all as essays, right? Is that clear for all three of you? Is that clear? How about Shamla and Tufa? How about Shamla? Is it clear? Yes, right. Okay. So if we keep on fishing, what happens? They will saying will lead to overfishing and loss of species. The species will be lost gradually. It is accepted that while aquaculture is essential to meet up the human demand. Now, what is the case? Uh, just think the same scenario. 1000 മീൻ പിടിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ടോ 7 million equal. 7 million people equal. ഇപ്പൊ 8 million people ഇരിക്കുന്നതാണ്. Now we are taking 2,500. We need 2,500. That is the demand, right? But കടലിലേക്ക് ഇത് 1000 ton, right? എങ്ങടെ portion 1000. So what we did was, from the initially took 1,000 for that month, what we did was we sacrificed only 500 here and we took 500 here. Just we separated those 500 fishes here. And what we did was we carried out aquaculture here, which means we did breeding and we multiplied within that year large number of fishes. 500, 500. We multiplied large number of fishes here. So by the beginning of the next year, what happened was we needed 2,500, but we already have more than 2,500 of fishes here, or less than. It might be nearly 2,500, right? So what happens is, this is the thing. First, population കുറവായിഞ്ചി, we had only one route dependent. What was that route? Fishing from oceans, right? If a population കൂടുതു, they are saying instead of following one method, they are saying use two methods. Now you guys tell me what are the two methods here? Instead of that one method, they are saying use two methods. What is that two methods? Come on, tell me. Let's see whether you have got it. What are the two methods? Guys, Did you get my question? Right, I'll repeat. First, population or amount on inches 7 million. Now, in this full passage, they are trying to give only one idea. And the idea of the in the diagram is solved. They are saying initially there was a population, right? Initially, now the fish depend on the or root tan or root tan. What was that? Fishing from the ocean. That was the only source of us taking fishes. Now they are saying with the development of technology, with now in population കൂടിയത്, when the population increase, they are saying instead of following one technique, they are saying follow two techniques. I am asking what are the two techniques? What are the two techniques? Aquaculture one, very good. What is the other one? Very good. Aquaculture. What is the other one? Fishing. They are saying do fishing, fine. At the same time, you do aquaculture also. Now clearly think and answer me. In the first fishing lesson, fishing in the fishes the fishing மூலமா எடுத்த fishes concentration, fishes number என் நேன் எடுப்புமே. இப்ப ரெண்டாவது ரூட்ல நாங்க ஃபிஷிங் மூலம் எடுக்கிற நம்பரும் என் பின்னுங்களே, என் ஏ கூடயா என் பி கூடயா, which is greater? Amira, now this is the thing. Now I am giving you 1,000 rupees, right? I am giving Tufa and Shamla also 1,000 rupees, not each. Now I am saying, now I am giving Amira 1,000 rupees. I am giving Shamla and Tufa both 1,000 rupees. I am saying you both take it. Now I am asking whether Amira has greater amount or Shamla has greater amount. Let's take this as 2,000 itself. Wait, I'll take it at 1,800. All right. Which is greater? Will Amira get more amount or Shamla get more amount? You will be getting more amount. Why? Why? Because you are the only one to get it. There is no sharing. But when there are more sources, more routes, more avenues for sharing takes place, what happens is each portion will reduce. Each route getting a portion will reduce. Is that clear? Is that clear for all three of you? Try to understand this. That is what they're trying to convey here. Nothing hard here, but just practical ones. Is that clear? Now, with that idea, try to see here. Initially, my population was 7 million. What was my source of getting fishes? What was my source of getting fishes? Tell me. What was the source of getting fishes? Fishing. Very good. I was fishing. I was getting fishes only through fishing. After some time, what happens was after 1 year, somebody found out a method called aquaculture. So they are saying, okay, you just try aquaculture also. Don't leave fishing, do fishing and aquaculture. So we are doing two methods. My question was, now the amount of fishes I get through fishing, is it greater than this or less than this? Is NA greater or NB greater? NA is greater, right? So I guess I think you was just a bit confused because here 7 million, here 8 million. You might feel sir here 8 million. No, sometimes it can be more going to this side. Don't think this. I'm asking just this part. Consider this one, right? Now it's clear, right? Now are all three? I thought after doing aquaculture. Right, right, right. Are all three of you agree? NA is greater than NB. All three of you. How about Shamla and Tufa? Yes, Tufa. How about Tufa? Yes, very good, very good. Right. If NB has reduced, if the number of fishes that I got, so NB means what? Number of fishes I got, right? From number of fishes I got from fishing from sea, right? So see, now this is in 2025. This is in 2026. Now if you see in 2026, the number of fishes I got from sea has reduced. Yes or no? Compared to that number of fishes I got in 2025 from sea. Yes or no? Yes. Yes, right. If that is the case, will you agree with me? From the sea, the amount of fish I get gradually decreases. Every year, gradually starts decreasing. It can decrease or it can be constant, but it won't increase. Right? Now, now this is the thing. ഇത് ഒണ്ടുമേ ലെസണിക്ക് സംബന്ധമില്ല. These values in the graph or right, these nothing are connected. No, this is a complete practical part. Summa theory knowledge is just practically യോസിக்க വേണ്ടിയതാണ്. Right? So don't think anything too don't think too long. Right? This is simple part. Right? Right. Just leisurely try to learn this. Right? We'll go to the theory part later. Right? Right. Is that clear? Every year, the amount of fishes we get from sea will remain constant or reduce, but it won't increase. Do you agree with that? Yes, right? Yes, yes, very good. You got that. Then it's clear. Not much hard. So, கடல்ல இருக்கக்கூடிய fish the amount குறைஞ்சா கடலுக்கு create ஆகிற பாதிப்பும் குறையும். Why? Because the fishes concerned, the species will be conserved. Species are conserved. Yes or no? Yes or no? Species are conserved. அதுக்காக வேண்டி ஃபிஷஸ் ஒன்றுமே எடுக்கவான அப்போ கன்சர்வ் ஆகிதானே நோ தட் இஸ் ஆல்சோ நாட் ட்ரூ வை அப்படி எடுக்காமே கடலை வச்சிருந்தா கடல் ஊத்தியா தான் போகும் ரைட் வி ஷுட் டேக் அமௌண்ட் பட் எடுக்கிறேன்ட்டு ஹூரா வச்சு எடுக்கப்படா வி ஷுட் நாட் பி டேக்கிங் இட் as a complete package. What we do as humans is gradually with increasing population we increase the amount of fish we take also. We'll take and at a point there is no fish, the price increases. That is the problem. Can you understand? Now fishers don't know about the constant increasing of human population, right? கடல்ல இருக்கிற ஃபிஷ்ஷுக்கு தெரியா இங்க பாப்புலேஷன் எவ்வளவு கூடுதுண்டு. They will be reproducing as a constant rate per month. Four fishes, let's say, just that it will be going at a constant rate. But in our human population, we have a J curve. We are increasing gradually, not gradually, drastically. So நாங்க என்ன செய்யற ஃபிஷஸ் எல்லாத்தையும் ஒரே இடத்துல எடுத்து 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 we are expecting more fishes. There are no more fishes. So what we do? எடுத்த ஃபிஷஸ் விலையை கூட்டி விற்கிற. Now can you understand what is the actual problem here going? Is that clear for all three of you? Yes, right? I hope so, no doubt. Right. Right, okay, fine. Commercial fishing would eventually result in overfishing and loss of species entirely. It is accepted that while aquaculture is essential to meet the human demand for fish and fishery product, it also relieves the strain on wild species. Wild species means what I have mentioned here. Wild means ocean. Species means ocean species, fishes. There's a strain that is created. What is that strain called? It relieves. Relieves means removes the strain. Removes the strain. What is that strain? Just think and drop your message. They are saying when we follow the aquaculture method, the strain on the ocean species is relieved. Very good. Demand. We can say demand. We can say overfishing, right? We can say anything. Is that clear now? You're getting right. Is it clear for others also? Is that clear for all three of you? As I'm not, I can't see your faces, right? So I don't know whether you got it or not. If it was physical, I can find whether it is clear or not from seeing your reactions all. All right. So please make sure to drop me a message. If it's not clear, no issue. Let me know. I'll do it again. I'll explain it again. Right. Right. So what is the benefit of aquaculture? It meets the human demand of fish and fishery products. It relieves the strain on wild species. Wild species is nothing new. Wild species means species from ocean. That's it. And allows them to continue to be a significant source of food. Continuous source of food for the human population. See, for humans. Now, just take 1 minute and read this complete part from aquaculture to here. Whether it's clear. You just personally read it and let me know whether it's clear. Is that clear for all of you? Yes. Huh. Clear, right? Very good, very good. Okay. Oh, then let's move to the next part. General characteristics of species that could be cultured. Cultured means don't think that cultured means might feel that it's something new, right? Cultured means grown. That's it. General characteristic of species that could be grown by ourselves. That's it, right? So we came across the word aquaculture, right? So aquaculture means farming of aquatic organisms or growing of aquatic organisms, right? So here they are saying general characteristic of species that can be cultured by ourselves. So if you're growing some set of organisms, aquatic organisms, the characteristics that should be present in them, right? Let's see. Selected species should withstand the climate of the region in which the culture is carried, in which it is cultured. Now we are culturing it in a low temperature condition, which means that species should be tolerable to that condition. That is what they're trying to mean. If we are culturing it at a high temperature, it should tolerate that condition. So we will be choosing the species according to that condition only. So what that species should do is it should be tolerating that condition. That's it. Is the first point clear? First point. Yes, right. Right. Second one. Very good. It should grow well, should have a fast growth in prevailing physical chemical parameters of water in the area. It should be well growing in water conditions, right? In water, depending on the physical chemical parameters, which means chemical parameters of water in the sea means saltiness, salinity, temperature, pH. Considering all these, they should be growing well in the water. That's what they're trying to convey. Is that clear? The second point. Yes. Third one, it should be easy to breed. Breeding techniques should be available so that sufficient number of fertilized eggs. Early fry. Fry means it is a developmental stage of fishes. Developmental stages of fishes means fry, right? Now we have learned something called larvae. Similarly, in fishes, fry is a type of developmental stage, right? To be could be obtained easily. So they are saying it should be easy to be breeded. So that is what I try to convey here, right? If it is easily breedable, what happens is we can produce large number of offsprings quickly, right? Now, similarly here, can you remember? You know, let's talk about that later, right? Okay. First 3 points clear, right? Nothing hard, right? So here, normally we'll be asking MCQ, right? So point wise point, we should be going slowly without any doubt. So I'll be clarifying each and every point. I'll be asking, is it clear? Is it clear? Because just to make sure there is no any doubts with respect to the words we use. Can you remember last week we did a paper question, the microbiology part, that primary treatment, secondary treatment. We were completely confused. Can you remember that? 35, sorry, 75 to 95% of organic matter is oxidized. Can you remember? ALL past paper question? We did. It was a mistake from the past paper. So can you see those are the words, key points. So they can ask a question from applied to. So we should be making sure that we are thorough with each and every point. So first 3 points, is it clear? No doubts, right? Clear, right? Very good. Clear. Fourth one, techniques of incubation. Incubation means after fertilization, the rapid division that takes place. Rapid mitotic division. Is that clear? Incubation means after fertilization, the rapid mitotic division that take place. We learned this under uh, reproduction lesson. Can you remember this word? We have come across this word in reproduction lesson. Can you remember? Yeah, in one of you, in vitro modification. Remember, assisted reproductive technology, in vitro. There we learnt about incubation, right? There they have mentioned about incubation, right? In vitro fertilization, right? So, okay, no need to think about that, right? Techniques of incubation of fertilized eggs and rearing techniques of hatching early fries should be available so that the production of sufficient number of young organisms would be easy under culture conditions. So, what they are saying is the conditions that are required for the fertilized eggs, right? Fertilized eggs for developing, and rearing techniques, the developmental techniques for the sufficient number of offsprings to be produced. The culture conditions should be suitable, right? So they won't be asking every point. If we can remember 3 to 5 points, that's enough, right? Is the fourth point clear? Just check with that. Yes, right. Fifth point. If the eggs, larvae, fry, fingerlings, fingerlings, juveniles, and adults of this species are hardy, it is easier for the hatchery manager or farmer. So hardy in the sense they are saying hardy means tolerating. Write this on your resource book. Tolerating extreme conditions. For such microorganism, we give a special name. Can you remember? Microorganisms that tolerate extreme conditions. What is the special name given? Now you can't get this wrong, eh? What is the special name given? Microorganisms that tolerate extreme conditions. Very good. Extremophiles. Right? Okay. So this is the developmental stage of fish. Eggs, larvae, fry, fingerlings, juveniles, and adults. So they are saying these developmental stages should be tolerating extreme condition, which means they are saying they should be ready for any environmental stresses. They should be extremophiles. If they are extremophiles, they are saying the hatchery manager or the farmer is easier. The farmer is benefited by that. Why? The farmer does not want to think about the conditions. Now, if you see, if they are highly sensitive, what happens? The farmer should be very keen. He should be very attentive, checking the temperature, checking the pH, and he should be very attentive. Why? Because there's a slight alter. If there's a slight alteration in temperature or pH, it can affect their developmental stages. So if these developmental stages are hardy means it can tolerate extreme condition, which means the farmer does not have to do anything there. Is that clear? So the farmers prefer eggs, larvae, fry, the developmental stages of fishes to be tolerating extreme condition. The farmers like more and more fishes which can tolerate extreme condition. That is what the farmers like. They don't like colorful fishes or anything. What the farmers in the sense, not the farmers in the paddy field. What are the farmers? Farmers of aquaculture, right? I hope that's clear, right? So in aquaculture, those farmers like fishes who have developmental stages that can tolerate extreme conditions. Why? Because they are benefited from that. Why? There is no cost of maintaining temperature, pH, right? That is what they expect, right? Is that clear? That point? Check that. How about others? Is that clear? Shamla Tufa? Is that clear? Yes. Right. Next point, food and feeding habits of each developmental stage of the species should be known. Their nutrition should be known by the farmer itself. We can't culture fishes. Now this is the thing. Culture பண்றேன்னு சும்மா fishes culture பண்ணி நீக்க மேல சும்மா கடல்ல எடுத்து வந்து எங்களுக்கு வளர்க்கல. Why? If we randomly take a species and come, we don't know their developmental stages. We don't know the time they take to develop. First, we don't know their sensitive conditions. We don't know whether they are sensitive to light. We don't know whether they are sensitive to temperature. We don't know anything about that. And third, we don't know about their nutrition. We can't just give me kadalike mean right? We can't know we are because we are not aware about the nutritional conditions. So without knowing anything, we can't just take an organism and come and culture. Ah, these are the conditions we should know when we are choosing an organism for culturing. That is what we are discussing here, right? So under that they are saying food and feeding habits of each developmental stage of the species should be known. Is that clear? Right, clear, right? Very good. It should not reproduce in grow out pond tanks. Grow out pond or tanks that are present externally. They are saying they should not be reproducing in those areas. Why? Because if you see ponds and tanks, right? Normally, we in a, yeah, in village areas, the ponds and tanks that are present, they contain algae. Normally, they'll be containing algae, like algae, cyanobacteria will be present. Why? Pasi is Pasi, that green part. So if they are present, those are present, algae will be present. So algae is present means what happens? Algal bloom will take place. Yes or no? Yes or no? With time, algal bloom can take place. Yes or no? Yes. If algal bloom takes place, what happens? It will become a complete polluted water source with time. So normally those will be completely polluted. If pollute in a polluted area, if this can reproduce, what happens? It is not a good fish. It is not a good organism to be cultured, right? It is not a good culturable fish. Now this is the thing. What they are trying to say is, right. Mm, right. Now in your school, they are checking they're taking your complete badge, and they are finding out certain students that they need some sort of support. Just say there are three students, and those three students, they are a bit financially weak. All these three students are financially weak, but the school's education sector, the educational panel of sirs that are present, it can be the chairman, the directors, and they have found out that let's do something like this. These three students can't pay their fees. Now they are nearing to their A levels, just 2 to 3 months left. So they are saying, okay, for the sake of for the sake of God, what we'll do is we'll do some sort of a charity like program. What we'll do, we'll take these three students, we'll be giving all the facilities. We will be giving the complete seminar or something that is taking place in the school free of charge. We'll be giving past papers, everything free of charge, right? We'll be giving hostel facilities free of charge, because during the last period of time they'll be studying in the school itself, right? They are giving all these things, expecting what? Expecting what? Expecting what? They are providing everything, just expecting what from them? Better grades or better result. Yeah. They are expecting, let's say, 3 A's. They're expecting three A students to be. No, normally the other students, they are working hard for 3 A's, but these three students are trying to fail. Why? Because they don't have financial support. So what they do is they are taking those three students and they are giving all these facilities. So among those three students, they found out that one student, his father is a priest, a priest. And the other student, second student, his father is a laborer doing daily works. And third student, uh, his father his father is abroad or something, and he has some sort of bad image, which means he has some, let's say, some anything related to drugs, right? He's using some drugs or something, and he's heavily addicted to that. So there is nobody school. He's not coming to school, and he's not performing well. He's highly addicted to drugs and something like that. Now, just think and let me know. You have just 2 to 3 months left, and you are giving every facilities related to education. You are giving papers, hostel, everything. Do you think that all these three of them will change? All these three will be taken 3 years. Is it practical? Which means now, is it successful spending such an amount on these three? No. So my question is that successful? Spending so much of amount from the school on three students, is it successful? Yes or no? I want all three of you to answer. Now this is not related to lesson, but let's see. Let's make it more interactive. We have time, right? There's a small lesson, right? Answer me. Is it successful? No, right? Now I'm giving. Now you feel that shoes, which means now you are the principal. If you are spending, whom will you spend? One, two, three. You can give any of them. Not only one. You can say two or even three. On which guys will you spend money? You'll give those facilities and give us some sort of financial support. On which on which student? What are the students on? You will be give some sort of help. Drop me a message quickly. One, two, three. Among these three students, who are the students? One student's father is a priest, and he's a average student. The second student's father is a laborer. He's also an average student. Third student's father is in foreign, and he's highly addicted to drugs. Guys, are you there? Is it boring? Are you Amira will be you will be spending on all three. How about others? Shamla and Tufa. How about you guys? All three. How about Tufa? All three. That you are expecting that all three will be studying and they'll be coming back to the uh, track. Now, if you see the background, right? His father is a priest and he's an average student. He's a labor and his father is in foreign. Now, this third guy, he's not studying. He's not studying? Is it because he has no financial support? His father is in foreign. No, he has some sort of financial support. So he's not studying just because of what? Carelessness, lack of parental support, or something, anything like that. So he's in some situation where we can't individually help him. His parents should also come forward and help him. He should also work hard, right? His friends should also support him. So there's a collective effect. So compared to this guy, these two have parents who lack amount of money or who lack a financial support. So which is easier, supporting these two or these three, or supporting only these three? I have three options for you. Supporting number one and two, or one, two, three, or only three. First two. How about others? For one and two. How about two for one and two? Right. Uh, so similarly, so why didn't you give a support to the third one? I want the reason. With that reason, I'll go back to the note part. Here, for the third one, why didn't you give a support? He has the means, okay. His background is the issue. That's it, right? His character and his background is the issue. Even if we give everything, his background, his environment won't let him change. Is that the answer? Yes. Okay. We'll come to this part. So here we say it should not reproduce in grow out ponds. If it reproduces in grow out ponds, what happens is it is not a healthy fish. It can easily be killed. It is highly disease prone. It can easily get affected by diseases. That is the thing. Do you think will any one of you spend so much of money aquacultures? You will be building aquarium tank எல்லாத்தையும் செஞ்சுட்டு will you be taking a fish from the ta- open pond tank? You will be taking a fish from the ponds? No. അവള് ചെലവഴിച്ചിട്ട് we are just expecting what? We have to produce large number of fishes. അവള് large number of fishes reproduce பண்ணணும்னா those should be useful fishes. Am I right? Useful fishes. Yes. If we are breeding these fishes which reproduces and grow out ponds, those have a high risk of disease causing. Why? They are living in an environment like that. We can't correct them. We can't take them and correct them in aquaculture. Can you get the point now? The environment is like that. If they are reproducing in grow out ponds, what happens is they can easily cause diseases. They can be easily killed. Why? Because they are living in such an environment. We can't correct them. That is the problem. Is that point clear to you? So when we are choosing organism, we check whether they are reproducing in grow out ponds or not. If they are reproducing, we won't be taking them. Is that point clear? Normally, you would have seen those ponds, right? That algal ponds, right? You might have seen. So normally they won't be taking. Have you seen those aquariums, right? In aquariums, do they have such fishes? No, right? Why? Just think practically. In a pond, those fishes will be passy, those fishes will be those fishes have a nasty smell also. Have you seen? They have a nasty smell. Why? Because this algae is present and they have survived in such an environment. Right? Now, what we do is just think like this. Now, these fishes, for years and years, they reproduce here. For them, that is happier. Now, if we take these and place it in a tank and we supply aeration tube, the oxygen tube, right? We are putting rocks. We are putting nice, what do you do? The plants, and we are giving a complete, nice environment. Do you think it will survive? Do you think it will survive? No, no, because it has got used to that pattern of living. So, is that clear? This point, if that's clear, you have got the point. We can move to others. Now, other points are easy. Up to this point, right, it's a bit hard. Is this point clear to you? Yes. How about Shamlan Tufa? Yes, yes, very good. If it reaches sexual maturation relatively late, it is advantageous. If it reaches sexual maturation late, it is advantageous. Why? Why? Now you might feel, sir, if it reaches sexual maturation only, it can reproduce. If it quickly reproduce only, it is beneficial, right? Now they are saying if it reaches sexual maturation later, it is advantageous. You might feel, sir, why? Do you have that doubt? Yes or no? Yes. Here they are not speaking about fishes. This point they are speaking about plants, aquatic plants. See here, in aquaculture they said that aquaculture means farming of aquatic organisms including fish, mollusks, crustaceans. Aquatic plants. Now saying, now we know aquatic plants also have maturity, right? They will also reproduce. They will be producing fruits, right? Right? They will be producing fruits. They will be producing flowers. Yes or no? They are reproductive structures of flowers, right? Yes or no? Yes, right. So they are saying if their maturity or the sexual maturation is relative late, it is advantageous. Fishes are used, we are using in aquaculture, that's fine. Why do we use aquatic plants? We use them as ornamental plants. Have you heard something like that? Ornamental plants. Yes or no? Ornamental plants. Yes. So normally this is the thing. Normally all three of you, do you have gardens at home? All three of you? Do you have gardens? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes, right? Now in gardens, have you seen there are some plants, like some these plants that are present, they have only they have only these leaves, no flowers. Even if you don't put water for 2 or 3 days, it will be just having the same green color. But compared to that, if you see a plant that has few leaves and a flower, this is a flower, right? If we don't put water for maximum 2 days, what happens? This flower will start to it will be slant. It won't be that active. If the flower is like this, it start slightly to be getting more completely expanded. Why? Showing that there is insufficient water. It will be looking like this after 1 or 2 days. And the plant starts to die. Yes or no? Have you seen? பூ இல்லாத மரங்கள் மிச்ச நாள் வாழ்ற. Compared to those flowering plants. Have you seen that? Yes or no? Yes or no? Can you guys hear me? Yes. Do you agree with this condition? Have you seen this? Normally, you would have seen this. There are some plants where now just think the have you seen uh, something called sadika maram? Have you seen that? Yes. Have you seen its leaf? A very shiny nature, right? Does it produce fruits? Yes, it produces fruit-like structures, but there's no flowers, right? So their leaves are nice and green in color. So compared to them, if you see some flowering flowering herbs or something like this, what happens is the more you put water and keep it healthy, it will be remaining. But after some time, if we don't put water and maintain it, what is the problem is it can easily be dead. It will start to get weakened. So that is the reason for that is after reaching sexual maturation, we have to maintain it properly. That is the issue. Until it reaches sexual maturation, it can be maintained easily. After reaching sexual maturation, it requires large amount of maintenance. Is that clear? Is that clear? Yes or no? Yes. So on the sexual maturation, எப்படி denote பண்ற இது how can we just how can we uh, confirm that it is sexually matured here by seeing does it have what what flowers, right? So sexually matured plants have flowers, unmatured plants have does not have flowers, right? So that is what the same theory that is applied here too. Where is it? Note right here. If it reaches sexual maturation relatively later, it is advantageous. Ornamental plants are present in normally saloons. Have you seen saloons? Certain saloons they have. Certain uh, furniture shops they have, right? Certain cosmetic shops they have, right? So do you think they will be every time pouring water and keeping them? And normally sometimes they won't keep it out also. They'll be keeping within the shop. So there is no sunlight. Only the normal the bulb light has, right? So they want to maintaining it. Why? Because it has not reached sexual maturation. There is no flower produced. Is that clear? That point. That point. Is that clear? Is that clear? Clear, right? Okay, it should accept formulated food and grow well. This is back again to fishes. If we are giving certain food, they should accept it and grow well. They are saying that. They are saying they should accept formulated food and grow well. The food that we supply, with in limited quantities, they should be accepting it and growing well. Right? There are few others also. There are certain other characteristics also. Let's see. This first page, is that clear? Is that clear to you? Check and let me know. Is that clear? After clear, just drop me message. Clear, right? Yes. Okay. Then let's move to the next part. Right here. Here is it. It should be an efficient converter of economical foodstuff. It should be an effective converter of an economical foodstuff, which means now we are supplying food for a fish. We are supplying food. What does it convert? We are giving them food, right? Mean teen kudukurom. But actually, what does it convert? It will be growing larger and it produce more protein. Yes or no? We are eating those fishes, right? Now these are not fishes which we grow in our normal residences. Here we are speaking about aquaculturing fishes which we grow for the purpose of eating, right? Eating or for the trades, right? For those, right? This ornamental fish culture only, the ones we do it at home, right? Normal, we'll be growing some fishes, right? That comes under this category. So this aquaculturing part means the fishes which we are using for eating purposes and trading purposes. Is that clear? No, it's very hard for me because keep on I'm asking, is it clear? Is it clear? If any one of you can use the mic, is easy. I can just ask him. Go. When I every time when I'm using this chat, when I'm seeing this chat, the problem is uh, the lap gets slowed down. Why? Because I have opened almost two tabs: the whiteboard, the screen part, and again the Zoom. Right? I have shared it. Right? Okay. Is that point clear? It should be an efficient converter of economical foodstuffs. Yes, right. If it is accidentally released to natural water bodies, there should not be adverse environmental impact. Right? கடல்ல இருந்து ஒரு மீன் எடுத்து வந்துட்டோம், நாங்க அதை வளர்க்குறோம், சும்மா சார் போயிட்டு ஒரு லேக் ஒன்லி அவள் விட்டா ஒரு பெரிய இம்பாக்டோட கிரியேட் பண்ணப்படா. It should not be a huge impact creating one. That is what they mean there. Right? You might feel, sir, what is that impact? Normal fishes don't create an impact, right? You might feel that, right? Let's learn about that bit later, not here. That impact that is created by themselves, that those such fishes, aquaculture fishes, is learned under this part. Yeah. We are learning that about them in here. This part, environmental impacts here. Can you see? Can you see? We'll be learning about them here. So I won't be giving much detail there because they haven't given much details about environmental impact at that part, right? They have mentioned only one point, environmental impact. For the time being, just ignore that environmental impact section. Let's discuss about that a bit deeper when we are coming to the environmental impact section, right? It should tolerate high population density and grow well. Population density means large number of population. We are taking one fish and it will be produced, we'll be breeding them, producing large number of fishes. Large number of fishes. They are saying each fish should tolerate high population density. If they can tolerate high population density only, they can grow inside an aquarium. If they can't tolerate, they will be starting to fight and they can even kill, they can be killed. எல்லாரோட ஒத்துமையா போக தெரிஞ்சுக்கணும். Is that clear? Is that clear? Yes, right. So let's do the class until 4 and we'll have a small break because we started at 2, right? From 2 to 4 and we'll have a small break and then again start, right? So until 2 I'll do the class, sorry, until 4 I'll do the class and we'll have a small break and let's continue again, right? Okay. Having resistance to common diseases is advantageous, which means disease resistance. This disease resistant under which theory does it come? Under evolution. Disease resistance. Under which theory? Under which theory? Natural selection theory. Darwin Wallace theory. Right? Favorable characteristics. Right? Last point. It should satisfy consumers by taste, nutritional value, texture of flesh, and color and appearance. This you can understand, right? If you have buying some fishes, they should be tasty, they should have high nutrition value, they have a good texture, and they should have a good appearance too. Is that clear? So now we are coming to the end of that aquaculture part. Characteristics of culturable fishes. Is that clear? These points. Okay. How about others? Shambla and Tofa, is it clear? Right, clear. Very good. Okay. So the first topic is done. Now we are coming to the ornamental fish culture. This is very, very, very easy part. Right? Nothing to memorize here. Right? Just we have to keep on reading going. Ornamental fish culture. Ornamental fish keeping has been a hobby of humans for centuries of years. Initially, fish that had been some colors were collected from wild. Wild means what? Wild means. Wild means I introduced this to you all today. Wild means water bodies. It can be mainly oceans, seas, right? Right. Initially, fish that had some colors were collected from wild and maintained in garden ponds for the joy of watching their aesthetic beauty. Ornamental fishes lure and draw a great attention worldwide through their attractive coloration, shapes, and sizes of body and fins. Swimming behavior, ability to live in under captive condition, adaptability to live in little places. People keep fish in their homes for variety of reasons such as decoration, children's education, enjoyment, relaxation of health affected individuals, prosperity and fortune of home occupants, and to collect rare species and even to propagate them. Globally, ornamental fish keeping has emerged as one of the most popular hobbies, being second only to photography. Right. Is it hard? Anything hard from this part? They are speaking about the uh, significance of ornamental fish culturing. I hope each one of you must have done ornamental fish culturing at least once in your lifetime. Have you grown any fishes in your life? At least once? No? Yes, yes. How about Tufa? Yes. Right. Then you have a live experience of that, right? So that gives some sort of relaxation, right? See, even if we have so much of work, just if we see their movement of fish, the fish movement, that gives some sort of relaxation for ourselves. Right? That is what they're speaking. It is so much, you know, uh, popular among the world. It is only second for photography. Under hobbies, it is only second for photography. It seems growing fishes. So they are saying it is more that much special just because of their colors, shapes, size, swimming behaviors, ability to live under captive conditions, adaptability. They can grow in any conditions, right? People keep fishes in their homes for various reasons: decoration, children's education, enjoyment, relaxation, right? Prosperity and fortune. This fortune part, there's a Tamil film. Have you seen where they will be keeping a fish for the luck? They would say lucky fish. Normally in the markets they would say that fish, they have given some sort of fish a names as lucky fish. It has a name called lucky fish. Have you seen? There's a Tamil film also. No, none of you have seen that film. Have you? Anyone of you watched that movie? No, no, right? How I know? Yeah. However, at least one of you would haven't watched that. I know that for sure. How about others? None of you have watched that? A Tamil movie. Hello. No, none of you, right? Oh, okay, fine. Right? So there's a fish where they think it is giving them the luck. Yeah, there are certain fishes, not actually they are giving the luck, but they are normally saying that it is a lucky fish if that is present in our home residences. It will be bringing some sort of luck for us, right? So that those are myths, right? So this completely speaks about significances of ornamental fish culture. So aquaculture was growing fishes, right? Growing fishes and aquatic organisms like plants also. So ornamental fish culture means growing them for beauty, growing them for, just for relaxation purpose, for beauty, for education, not for eating. We don't eat them, right? Ornamental, for the viewing, right? And they have given certain examples, species that are commonly used in freshwater ornamental fish culture. Guppy. This is a common word among young boys and girls, right? They know what is guppy, right? Guppy. Black molly, swordtail, platy, angelfish, discus, CMEs, fighting fish. They don't use this CMEs, they are saying fighting fish. Normally, they say fighter. Normally, small ones we would say fighter fish, right? Fighting fish. CMEs, fighting fish. Kissing gaurami, goldfish, koi carp, right? So here they have said that scientific names are not required to be memorized, right? So don't consider these. They won't be asking them. So, right, right. So those are the examples. Just if you can memorize just on at least five, that's enough. Guppy, goldfish, angelfish. You can remember discuss. You can say kissing cow rami or something like koi cup, platy, something like that. Is that clear up to that point? Until this point. How about others? Just check whether it is clear. Clear. How about Shamla? Is it clear? Yeah, just 10 minutes left. So we can start aquarium part also. Right. Okay. We can start aquarium. Aquarium. An aquarium can be defined as a container that is designed to hold water in which living organisms can be maintained over an extended period of time. Can you see? These definitions are not much hard, right? We have come across lots and lots of definitions, but these definitions are easy, right? Any difficulties? Can remember from our just normal words, right? Aquaria vary tremendously in size, shape, and design, ranging from a simple bottle containing some water, an empty jam bottle used for male CMS fighting fish, to multi-million liters of commercial exhibit tanks. Right. So aquarium is, it does not actually mean that it should be a large room. It contains multiple tanks, and each tank should contain fishes in it. No, no. They are saying any container that contains water and living organism like a fish, something like that, it is considered to be an aquarium. If you have a jam bottle that contains a fish, it is an aquarium. You have a water bottle that contains a fish, it is an aquarium. You have a large tank containing fish, that is also aquarium. Can you understand? It does not depend on the size and shape. What are the requirement? It should be a container, it should contain water, it should contain living organisms for a period of time. That's it. Is that clear? Check with this part, is it whether it is clear. Clear, right? Right. Now this, all right, aquarium done. Right now here, maintenance of home aquarium. These are some techniques that are given. Right. This is a new topic. So shall we start it after break? Let's have a small break and then let's start with a fresh part. This is a fresh part, right? Not a theory part. This is a practical part. So let's start it after the break. Right? Is it okay, is it okay, guys? Okay, right? So this 353, 415, 415 or 420. You can go and pray and come, right? 420. So by 415, come to your places. Let's start at 420, right? So by be there by 415 or 420, maximum 420, right? Okay, right? Okay. Okay, then. Right. Shall we start now? Right. So last before the break, we completed this part until the aquarium part. Now we have to learn about the maintenance of the aquarium. How we can maintain aquarium? How to maintain a tank? Simply, right? So simple, nothing hard. Just we'll see what are the procedures they say, right? Maintenance of home aquarium. There are activities that should be carried out daily, weekly, fortnightly, and monthly in order to maintain environmental conditions, water quality parameters within optimal ranges for the fish kept in aquarium. Provision of correct nutrition, maintenance of water quality within optimal ranges contribute for the well-being and health management of fish. So they are saying we should supply adequate or correct amount of nutrition. We should supply correct amount of water, which means the quality of the water should be correct, right? It should have a proper water quality. If we supply those two conditions correctly, they are saying the well-being and the health management would be maintained. That is what they are saying. So they are saying events that should be done daily, weekly, fortnightly, and monthly if we have a tank at home. Let's see. First one, daily. Feed the fish with nutritional balanced diet following a correct feeding regime. Use suitably. Daily ration should be offered 2 to 3 meals. They are saying 2 to 3 meals at least we should be supplying, right? 3 meals in the sense we should not be giving a complete, you know, food, right? We know that those small foods, right? They have separate foods. There's a small quantity. We should give them a small quantity depending on their amount. If you have 10 fishes, it may differ. 10 fishes differs. 20 means it can differ. So depending on the amount of fishes you have, you should give according to them, right? That's what they're saying, right? Okay, second one, check on the status of the health while feeding and remove the affected individuals from the treating in another. Which means they're saying when you give food to them, check whether those fishes are healthy. Do you find any unusual patterns in their behavior? Normally, they are very active, right? Normally, fishes are active. When you are giving food, what they'll do is they'll quickly come to the surface. Have you seen, right? If they're hungry, they'll be coming to the surface. If not, they'll be just roaming. They are right. Have you seen? Normally, they'll be coming to the surface. But when you're putting the foods and when you're giving the foods, if you notice some fishes are just they're floating or they are just moving slowly, you might you should be a bit aware on that. There might be some health issues with that. So what you do is that irregularly behaving one, you should take it and separate it into a separate basin. They are saying separate it. Don't keep it with others. That's what they're saying. Is the first 2 points clear? Yes, right. Third one, allowing fish to adapt for the changing light intensity to prevent unnecessary stress. Switch on the light of aquarium several minutes after the room lights have been on after the daybreak, and switch off the light of aquarium several minutes before room lights are switched off. So they're saying, normally, have you seen if you have a tank? Now from after when you're going in the morning, right? Now morning, you have to there's a switch, there's a bulb that is present in your hall, right? There is an aquarium bulb also. There are some LED bulbs, something like you have fixed here, right? Like this. You have given an LED setup like this. So they are saying first, if you want to switch on, you first on this light, and then after few minutes on the aquarium light. Because if you suddenly on the light of the aquarium, what happens is they will be stressed up. They'll get bit panicked because there's a sudden increase in the light intensity. Right? They are saying first on the hall light or the surrounding light, and after few minutes after they get will adapted to that light condition, you on the aquarium light. That is what they're saying. Same to the when offing the light. Now both the light bulbs are on. They are saying first off this one. First off this aquarium LED setup. They will be getting used to some. No, after offing this, the light will be slightly dim. Right now, the fishes will be a bit dim here. They will be roaming here, so they will be feeling there's a slight decrease in the light intensity. They will be slightly getting used to that light. After some time, you off this. So when onning, what happens? This is on and off. When you are onning the light, they are saying first on the hall light and then on the aquarium light. When you're offing light, they're saying first off this aquarium light and off the hall light. Is that clear? Is that clear for all? So far, is it clear? Clear, right? Okay, that is the events you should do daily, right? Okay. Second, weekly. Fish should not be fed 1 day per week. You should not be supplying 1 day. No, some give food rarely. They give 2 to 3 after 2 to 3 days. No, you should give food daily, right? They are saying don't give food once a week, right? Not applicable for brood fish, fry, fingerlings. So they are saying for fries and fingerlings, which means they are developmental stages of fish. For them, it can vary. For fries and fish fingerlings, they don't require everyday food, similar to our humans. Now, if you see for humans, now us, we need 3 meals per day. Now, this is for us. We'll take 19 to 20 years. Just think 3 month baby. Does it require 3 meals? Does it require 3 meals? A 3 month baby? Does it require 3 meals? Yes or no? No. For them is the breastfeeding, right? It's just the breastfeeding. When they have that sensation of hunger, they will be crying, and that will be signaling the mother, and they will be giving the breastfeeding, right? But they don't have 3 meals a day. So depending on the condition, fries and fingerlings can differ. That is what they are saying, right? That is weekly. Fortnightly. Fortnightly means bit rarely. Come not weekly, but more than weekly. Twice a week. Sorry, 2 weeks. Once in a 2 week, like that, right? Fortnightly. Fortnightly, they are saying first switch off the aeration. Aeration means in a tank, normally they have an aerating pipe, right? Aerating pipe means the pipe that gives the oxygen supply. Normally they have a pipe in this, right? In this manner, they will be giving, right? And they'll be connected something like this, and the bubbles will be going like this, right? So they're saying monthly do like this. Switch off the aeration of that tube. Rake or stir up gently the surface of the rooting medium. What is rooting medium? Rooting medium is this flow. Wait, I'll draw it. This flow, right? They're saying this is the floor of the tank. They're saying rake up it, scrape it, take those dirts that are present on the floor, right? Rake and stir up gently the surface of the rooting medium. Scrape excess algal growth. If there are algal growth, green color, passy like structures there, if they are present, rake them also, scrape them and take. They're saying like that. Allow the debris to settle. If there are any particular matter, allow them to separately accumulate, right? Collect and separately take it towards an edge, right? Siphon off the debris along with the 20 to 35% of aquarium water. They are saying like this. I'll explain it nicely with a diagram and it will be clear for you, right? Now this is what they're saying, right? After scraping, they are saying scrape it and get allow the debris to settle. Now I have scraped it completely. Now it has been settled like this. Right, there will really it will be some green clicks. So now I have accumulated here. I have scraped it, took it to this end. Right. Now aeration tube is off. Right. Now they are saying connect the siphon tube and suck it out. Take these materials into it, right? Along with 20 to 35% of water. Water is present here, right? Both the cases, water is present, right? Along with this, take 20. Now, take this siphon. Now, siphon tube is like a vacuum cleaner, right? But it is used in aquariums at glass source. Normally, they are used in to clean tanks, right? So, what does it do? It will be siphoning out or sucking out that algal growth and the debris part, the waste matters, along with some water. It won't be taking the dry matter only. It will be taking with some water. It will be sucking that liquid out, right? So here, from the siphon tube, tell me what are the contents that are taken out. I'll write one, right? Uh, and I'll write one which is cell deb. I'll take cell debris parts. You can say cell debris or cell debris, anything, right? And check here. Normally, no, wait, right. I have said one debris. Let's see what are the others, right? If you see here, what are the others? 20 to 25% of aquarium water. We are removing debris, 20 to 25% of water. What water? This tank water. So collectively, this will be removed out, right? Okay. And then saying, they're saying replace the volume siphoned out. How much volume is siphoned out? How much volume is siphoned out or sucked out? How much? How much? Guys, how much of volume is siphoned out? Can you guys hear me? 20 to 25. Very good, very good. 25, 20 to 25% volume is siphoned out. Right? Right. Replace that siphoned out volume with fresh water with temperature, pH, and hardness matching to the initial condition. Now we have already taken some out water, right? They are saying fill that with now same water. It should have the same temperature, same hardness, and same characteristics should be present. So they are saying add some water, add some water, which should have the same temperature, same pH, same hardness, right? All should be the same. We can't change. Why? Because the fish has been adapted to that condition, right? If we change the quality of water, the fish will can't survive that. Fish will feel some oddness, right? After doing this, they are saying switch on the aeration, right? Let's see what are the steps again. Monthly, what should we do? First one, they are saying switch off the aeration. Second one, they are saying rake the rooting medium. This flow undergravel filter medium, rake it out, and scrape the excess algal growth that are present, right? Allow the debris to settle, fix a siphon tube and suck out the water and the debris that is present. How much of volume is sucked out? 20 to 25% of volume of water is sucked out. Therefore, there is water loss. They are saying after cleaning it, at 20 to 25% of water that is been removed initially, which has same temperature, same pH, and same hardness, similar to the initial water that was taken. And finally switch on the aeration. That is what they are saying to do they are saying to do fortnightly. These are the events to do fortnightly. Is that clear? Check with this. Clear, right? How about Tufa? Is it clear? Clear, right? Hmm, we have right. Events to be done monthly. Take out some water from the aquarium to the basin. Collect the fish carefully using a hand net and introduce them into the basin and arrange aeration to it. Rinse the rooting medium. Remove the aeration tube from air. Lift, scrape, or deposit from the opening clean scrape. Introduce the siphoning tube. Introduce the siphoning tube under the filter plates and suck out the accumulated organic debris. Check the terminals of light source, remove dead or dying leaves, prune or thin out tidy plants, rearrange the filter plates, arrange aeration, fill the aquarium halfway with clean water and then age water, reintroduce the fish with water and then fill the aquarium to original level. Ah, let's see what they are saying. Right. Events to be done monthly. Right. They are saying if this is the tank, monthly they are saying completely wash the tank, it seems. So if you are washing the completely tank, what should we do? We should separate out the what, the organisms or the fish that is present, right? They are saying, now they are saying take a small basin, right? Fill small quantity of this water and they are insert or transfer those fishes here, right? Okay, after transferring it they are saying switch off the aeration and then they are saying to scrape the algal growth, right? And take a siphon tube and put it under the filtering mediums, right? See here, siphon tube. Introduce a siphon tube under the filter plates and suck out the accumulated organic matter. Now, normally filter plates means like this. I'll draw the flow, right? If you see, right, filter plates means it will be looking something like this on the floor. So they're saying under this, put that siphoning tube, right? Put that siphoning tube under this and suck out that organic accumulated matter that is present and take them out, right? And they are saying check these terminals of light. If there are any light sources here, they are saying to check whether these lights are, clear, and check whether there are any fluctuations present. If there are any fluctuation, correct them, right? And fix the aeration tube correctly, right? And then after completing all checkups and completing it, they are saying add the water. Half water should be pure. When adding water, this is the thing. Half water should be pure water, right? Half should be partially aged water, which means initially we were using that concentration of water. And then we should add the fishes we collected separately into this, right? Now let's check. Take out some water from the aquarium, collect the fish carefully using a hand net, and take it to the basin. Rinse the rooting medium. Rooting medium is the flow of the tank. Remove the aeration tube, scrape the deposits, and clean them. Introduce the siphoning tube or the suction tube under the filter plates and take the accumulated organic debris that are present. Check the terminals of light source. If there are any fluctuation, check them and correct them. Remove dead or dying leaves. Normally we have plants, right? If there are any plants, and if you notice some plant leaves are dead, remove them, because sometimes leaves, there can be some changes in colors of leaves. There can be some leaves yellows due to some various diseases. There can be galls that can be created. There can be various diseases caused, right? It can be lack of deficiency of nutrition, right? So if there are any unusual leaves that are noticed, unusual changes, they are saying remove it, cut it, and take it, right? Rearrange the filter plates and the filter medium. After cleaning completely, take the filter plates and clean it correctly and prepare it in a correct ordered manner. Arrange the aeration tube and see here, fill the aquarium halfway with clean water and aged aerated tap water. Reintroduce the fish with water and then fill the aquarium to the original level using the aged clean water. Aged. We are not adding completely pure water. Half pure water, half aged water. Can you see? Can you see? Is that clear? Guys, clear, right? How to is it clear? So today I am hoping to complete until this part. As I said, until environmental impact part, this part. And after completing that part, then that's for the day, right? So we have just one more page left. We'll quickly finish it off and then you can do your works, right? Okay, is it okay? That's our plan, right? So not too much. I'm not giving any too much work. So today almost we are going to cover 6 pages, right? Until this part. This is our final part. So we have come very close to each the goal, right? So if we complete up to this part, next week we have mm, this part, and these sections are easier. The grafting techniques, those things. Uh, yeah, these parts, right? So there's any extra knowledge part, is it necessary? Normally, I memorized it. Uh, I memorized it when I was studying, but I don't know whether they have announced anything regarding that. Like, no, in physics they haven't said that. Like, no, in physics they have said certain portions won't be examined in the paper, and in chemistry they have said certain won't be asked. Like, so similarly, I don't know whether they have said anything about this extra knowledge part. So that is why I'm not. I won't be starting this today. So what I'll do is I'll clarify it with someone who knows about that, and I'll let you know, right? Whether you should know completely study this or not, right? Is it okay, Shamla? I'll clarify with a sir who knows that, and I'll decide whether to do that or not, right? Okay, right. Right. This part is one of the easiest part, right? This is very interesting, this section. Let's see. No matter how much time and care is devoted, things in an aquarium could go wrong from time to time. What are the reasons? Even though சின்ன புல்லை பாதுகாக்கிற மாதிரி aquarium பார்த்தாலும் there can be some instances, there can be errors taking place. What are the causes? Let's see. Equipment failure, excess algal growth, poor water quality, and occurrence of diseases. Equipment failure means the aeration tube, if it fails up, the oxygen supply will be blocked. If the light tubes fails up, sufficient light won't be exposed. That can be one reason. Excess algal growth. If we are giving more and more food, right, it will be a nutrition rich medium. The water will get accumulated with organic matter. So algae can come in contact. Poor water quality. When we add more and more food, the water quality will be changing. Have you seen the water color changes when we add more and more food? It becomes some like a brown color. Have you seen? Yes, right? Okay. Occurrence of diseases. When algae comes in, diseases can be eventually caused. So they are saying even though we do everything perfectly, we should make sure that these causes does not take place. These should not take place. If this does not take place, we can maintain them. Right? Okay, they are mentioning about three instances here. Let's see. Water turning into green frequently due to green algae growing on the plants on the aquarium decker. Aquarium decker means the floor, right? And on the side glass of aquarium indicate that aquarium is receiving too much light. The reduction of intensity or duration light for partial water exchange may prevent this situation. Growth of brown algae or brown crustaceans on plants and aquarium decker on the other side glasses indicates insufficient illumination. Blue-green algal mats on the plants or aquarium decker on the sides indicates high level of organic pollution. Physical removal of algal mats followed by partial water exchange. A review of maintenance routine within a view to prevent further accumulation of organic pollutants. Right. I'll explain. So this is the tank. If you notice, there are there are certain plants. Let's see, there are plants. This is the uh, deca. So you're seeing more and more there are green color that have been accumulated here. It is not because of the grasses. These glass surfaces, there are some. This is turbidity, right? This is some sort of a turbidity that is being created, a cloudy, so some sort of a green color getting accumulated on the surfaces, passy, something like that. Right? These plants also have green something colors. If you notice something like this, they are saying we can say that this is due to high amount of light coming in. If high amount of light comes in, algae grows excessively. Why? Algae will be produced, they'll be involving in photosynthesis, right? Algae are one of the sources of photosynthesis. They are the ones that carry photosynthesis. So they are saying if more and more light comes, algae will be involving in photosynthesis. They'll be multiplying and they'll be giving complete green appearance. Is that clear? Is that clear? Yes. So if there's a tank, if someone says my tank, I have a fish tank and the fish tank has more and more green surfaces. The glass, I am every day, every week I am cleaning those glasses, but green gets accumulated, some sort of green. If they say that to you, you know the reason why it is. Why is that happening? The four glass surfaces have green color, some sort of powder like thing that has been completely wiped out. What is that? What is that green color? Algae. Very good. Why does it happen? Why does algae grow there in excess? What is the reason? Now that friend, you are saying algae. Too much light. Very good. Very good. Too much of light is being exposed. So let's write the reasons. Green color is due to algae. Reason excess light. Right. This is the first instance. Let's see the second instance. Right. Uh, you get some sort of a brown nature. I don't have brown color here. Uh, I'll give some sort of this color, right? There's a brown color that is accumulated here, right? Getting accumulated. What is the reason? Uh, Now another friend comes in. My water tank has completely brown color that is being applied and formed. What is the reason? Reason is in your house, in that aquarium has been colonized or been completely overtaken by someone called brown algae. So here, what algae? I forgot to write that. Green algae, right? I wrote it, green algae. So here it is brown algae that is been involving. Why does it brown algae accumulate? Because here less light energy is provided. When less light energy is present, brown algae starts growing there. So when if it is more light, what grows? What is the organism grows when there's more light intensity? What is the organism? Quickly, quickly. What is the organism that grows excessively when there is more light intensity? Green algae, very good. When there is low light intensity, which is the organism that grows? When there's low light intensity, brown algae, very good. And the last means now this is the second one, right? Third one, right? In the aquarium decor, you observe some mat-like structures, mat-like a blue-green mat-like structure that has been formed like this. If that is formed, that is due to the what? Algal mat. It is called as algal mat. It is caused due to high accumulation of organic matter, right? Right, blue green algal mat, blue green algal mat. Right, this is third instance. So here, what is it formed? A blue green algal mat. mat. If it is formed, what is the reason? High accumulation of organic pollutants or matter. Right here, accumulation of organic pollutants. Right. Physical removal of algal mats followed by partial water exchange, a review of maintenance routine with a view of prevent pollutants. So what are the reasons? They have given some reasons for the algal mat formation. Now for green algae formation, what is the reason? High light intensity. For brown algae, low light intensity. For algal mat, they have given reasons. What is the reason? Too much of food offered, inadequate filtration, inadequate aeration, and overstocking. These are the four reasons. When we give more and more food, the fishes won't consume all the food. Some will get accumulated. When the some gets deposited downwards, they will be leading to the algal mat, blue green algal mat. Is that clear? Is that clear? Yes, right. Okay. Is this complete part clear? Take 1 minute and just check this complete part from this point to this situation part. Take 1 minute and check completely. If it is clear, we can move on. Is that clear? Clear, right? How about Tufa? Is it clear? Clear, right? Okay. Common diseases, cultured, freshwater, and ornamental fishes. Common diseases. Ornamental fish. Ornamental fish means fish we grow at homes, right? Kept in aquaria, susceptible. Susceptible means have a high chance. Have a high chance to numerous diseases. Some of the diseases are infectious and some are infectious. Infectious disease, invasion of fish tissues by a disease-causing agent, a pathogenic virus, bacteria, fungus, or obligate opportunistic. Ah, is this new to you all? Obligate opportunistic? Is these two words new to you all? No. Obligate. Tell me one obligate parasite. Obligate parasite. Tell me one obligate parasite. Viruses. Obligate parasite means parasites that will be showing living characteristic only within a host cell. Can you remember? Right? Then tell me an example for opportunistic parasite. Now you might know this. You can't take wrong for this one. Opportunistic parasite. E. coli. Very good, Sham. Very good. You can remember. Opportunistic parasite. E. coli. Right? Can remember it will be coming to the lung causing lung infection, urinary bladder causes urinary infection, but it is present in large intestine. It will be synthesizing vitamin K, vitamin B complexes and doing good functions. Can remember, right? Right. Okay. Right. Invasion of fish tissues by a disease causing agent, a pathogenic virus, bacterium, fungus, obligate opportunistic parasite, and multiplication of it and increasing its population. So they are saying three stages. Can you see here? They are mentioning about three stages. Let's see. First, they are saying invasion of fish tissues by a disease causing agent, multiplication of fish in fish tissues, and increasing its number or population will be causing an infectious disease. There are three steps. What are they? Invasion of the fish tissues by a disease causing agent. Second one, multiplication of them. And third one, increasing their population. Three steps. Right? Shall we say that together? Right? I don't want you to on your mics, but you just say with me at your homes, right? You just raise your voice and tell to yourself. There are three steps where infection disease are for caused in fishes. There are three steps. What are they? First one, invasion of fish tissues by disease causing agents. Second one, multiplication of them. Third one, increase in their population. Is that clear? The first three steps. Is that clear? Clear, right? Right. However, many infectious diseases could be avoided through better management practices (BMPs), such as maintenance of water quality, correct stocking density of compatible fish, compatible plants, correct feeding region. If we do these, now these functions come under better management practices, maintaining water quality. If you maintain the water quality correctly, external in disease causing agents won't come and survive. Right? If we maintain the water quality properly, external disease causing agents won't come and survive. Due to a certain alteration only, they are coming and surviving there. Am I right or wrong? Yes, right. Yes. To right to keep the immunity of fish at a higher level and through correct biosecurity measures to prevent contamination by pathogen. Example, quarantining new fish, plants, and other aquarium decors. Right. Right. Check this complete part, this passage, and check me. Tell me whether it is clear. If it's clear, we can move to the next page. Stocking density means the accumulated density. In aquarium, the density. We can't accumulate more and more, right? There's certain some sort of level. of making the density. For humans, we use the word population density. Can you remember? So here we are using stocking density, right? So normally this is they're speaking about the stocking density means the density or the arrangement of plants and fishes. Does this include both fish and deca? Deca means the flow, right? Deca means the flow, right? So that includes fish and plants. The stock density consists of fish and plants. Is that clear? See here, correct stock density of compatible fish and compatible plants. Yes, right. Clear, right? To find it out? No, right? Is it clear for everyone? Right. Okay, then, right. They are given certain common diseases, right? First one, bacterial fin rot and gill rot. It is caused by bacteria. They haven't given the specific name, but we learned in microbiology there are multiple specific names, right? Here they have said just as bacteria. Hemorrhagic septicemia caused by bacteria, right? Columnaris disease caused by bacteria. External mycosis. Myco means fungi, right? External mycosis caused by fungi. Fish white spot disease, a unicellular external obligate parasite. Obligate parasite. Now, as soon as you come across the word obligate parasite, you might feel, sir, is it due to viruses? No, no. There are multiple other obligate parasites too, right? Trichondinosis, a unicellular external opportunistic parasite. It is not E. coli. There are certain other opportunistic ones. Gill and skin infestation, obligate or opportunistic gill flukes and skin flukes. This is the table for each and every diseases. Here they have given the explanation and they have given it as extra knowledge, right? I'll confirm this with a sir who knows about that, right? Who knows the recent take the syllabus part. So I'll ask with him and let you know whether we should study this part. So last sections normally I studied these sections, but there wasn't any question they asked from this. Let's see, right? So check with this table. Now you might feel I can't understand these diseases. No, yes, there are new terms, right? If you find it difficult to understand these words, only they have given it as an extra knowledge. You can just read this. Make sure to read it. I'm not saying to memorize it. Just read it and see how those mechanisms take place, how those infections takes place. Bit interesting, right? After the class finishes, when you have free time, just take time and just read it. Now check this table if it is clear. Is that clear? Right. So we are coming to the last part, which is environmental impact of ornamental fish culture. Right. Right. Environmental impact. Let's see. Some impacts of ornamental fish culture are beneficial, while some could be harmful. The first benefit of ornamental fish culture is species conservation. Can you remember the first page? I wrote something. Can you see? Now can you understand, right? Now can you understand? Is it clear? Yes, right. Okay. So normally now you can understand how it is conserved. When we are doing ornamental fish culturing, species are conserved and production of species that are difficult to obtain from wild can be conserved. Which means now you might feel, sir, you said that species are conserved in aquaculture, right? How it is conserved in ornamental fish culture? Both are same. In aquaculture, we were culturing them and making them for as a food supplement for nutrition. In ornamental fish culture, what we do, we'll be taking them and we'll be maintaining it an aeration tube in aquarium, supplying nutrition, aeration. We are giving all ambient conditions. Why? They should breed. Normally, they'll be breeding, right? In an aquarium, they'll be breeding and producing the offsprings in large numbers. After just the now you have brought some goldfishes. You have brought five goldfishes. After some time, they have reproduced completely and they have multiplied up to 30. Will you be keeping all these 30 in your residence? After some time, this 30 can become 40. Will you be keeping this 40? Is that tank enough for you at your home? What you will do? You have two options. One, you can buy another tank and keep it, which occupies some space in your home. Either the way, what you should do, you should take some, at least 10, you should give it to another one, another person. You can give it to another aquarium to grow, or you can sell it. Yes or no? You will be doing that, right? Yes. You have sufficient amount of fishes. When it is more than your limit, you will be giving some. So what have you done? You have multiplied. Now your home is acting like a multiplying station. Yes or no? Yes. Now can you see it is also conserving the species? It is producing large in numbers and it is conserving. It is not restricting it. You are giving aeration, you are cleaning it, you are supplying nutrition, and you're completely providing all environments. Why? Just for it to breed. After breeding, what happens? It will be continuing its species, continuation of the species. So, continuation of the species means the species is conserved. Yes or no? Yes. Okay. Production of species that are difficult to obtain from wild. Wild means from oceans. There are certain species that cannot be frequently obtained. Right? There are certain species. What they do is they'll be taking them and they'll be ornamentally fish culturing. What they do is they'll be increasing the number. Now just say normally some there are some fishes that they some rare fishes are present in aquariums. What they do is they'll be keeping a separate tank for it. Have you seen? Have you seen? There are certain tanks where they'll be giving a complete tank for one fish. Have you seen? Have you gone to any aquarium? Right? So some fishes are there, they'll be giving completely and they have giving the nutrition, they'll be growing it just for the growth sake. Right? After some time, what they do is they can take that there are certain mechanisms. They'll be taking their eggs. If there are eggs are present, they'll be taking their eggs only for the fertilization to take place. They'll be carrying the breeding separately. They won't be taking the complete fish and they'll be doing. Not like humans, right? Here there is no involvement with respect to the fish. Can there be external fertilization? During reproduction lesson, there's external fertilization, something called. So during external fertilization, what they do? If we take an amphibian like a fish, let's take a fish. These will be releasing the eggs into the aquatic medium. They'll be producing large in numbers. They won't be doing anything. They won't be doing not doing. They won't be doing anything. They'll be just releasing the eggs and they'll be going. The male gametes that are produced by the male fish will be coming and they will be fertilizing and they will be producing the offspring. That is what happens. So here, does this fish have an involvement in breeding, or does its gametes have an involvement? Does it have or its gametes have? Gametes have. So as gametes are having, what they do is they will be taking an wild species or an ocean species which cannot be easily obtained. Now just think, you have a shark. Have you seen small sharks? They used to grow some small sharks, not the large one. Small sharks. Have you seen? No, normally in YouTube they have a YouTube channel. They'll be keeping some small sharks, right? So those sharks they'll be giving food and they'll be growing it, and after that they'll be getting those gametes collected, that water, and they'll be doing some. There are some mechanisms, and they'll be breeding it, and from that they'll be taking some small ones, and they'll be increasing the population. But they have a separate setup. Now those people will be doing it professionally. So that is a practical way. So compared to this, there's another way. One way is taking one shark and obtaining its gametes and breeding it. The second method is taking several sharks. Can we take several sharks at a time? Is it practical taking several sharks for breeding? No. Shark is a dangerous animal, right? So we can't take them practically. So what we do is this breeding technique is the culturing technique is the suitable method. But there is a problem here. Let's see what is the problem. Breeding and rearing, approximately 90% of freshwater ornamental fish traded globally are done under captive conditions. There is some environmental benefit and elimination of environmental damages. The golden arowana, this is a species of fish. This is tiger barb. These two are two species that have been conserved through ornamental fish production. So through ornamental fish production, examples for two species that have been conserved are golden arowana and tiger barb. Let's see whether there's any pictures related to them. No, right? There's no fishes. Right, fine. Is that clear? These are two examples for species who are conserved, who are protected by this method. Right? Right. So this first passage is clear. There's nothing hard. Second is the problem. Invasive ornamental aquatic plants or fishes that are accidentally escaped to natural environment could affect wide range of native organisms from zooplankton to mammals, from levels of genome to ecosystem. I'll explain that. Right. This is what happens. What they do is they take large number of fish species, right? After taking them, they want to breed them. Why should they breed? Why should they breed? Why should they breed? Increase the population, right? So they need a suitable place. What they do is they will be taking an open area. They'll be choosing some sort of a pond, but they will be making sure that this pond is not accumulated or contaminated. So you might feel, sir, you said that out ponds cannot be taken, right? Yeah, I said that when it is contaminated, but here they'll be making sure there is no contamination. Now is it clear? They'll be taking a pond. This is not a tank, this is a pond. I'll draw it as a pond, right? This is a pond. They'll be taking a complete open pond and they will be inserting these fishes and they'll be allowing them to breed. They'll be allowing it to breed. Different species and they'll be allowed to breed. The problem they have is they become uh, what is the correct word? Uh, they become greedy. That is the problem. What? But feel so what is greed is you're saying something so greed. Let's see. See here, general characteristic of species that should be cultured. Under this categories, see here, they have mentioned something called, here see, if the eggs, larvae, fingerlings of adult species are hardy. So they expect the developmental stages of fish. Their culture should be tolerating what conditions? It should be tolerating what conditions? What conditions? See here, what conditions? Guys, last part. What conditions? Extreme conditions. Hardy means, you see, I have written here. Tolerating extreme conditions. Right? So they want that the species they produce should have extreme conditions. Right? So what they do is they carry out various methods to make it tolerate extreme condition. Like that make it try to tolerate highly extreme condition. So they'll be breeding it and they'll be bringing out some species that are highly extreme condition tolerating ones. But the problem is after those extreme conditioning tolerating fish species are produced, they will be making this to fertilize with another species. This will be attacking them. It will be killing off this. It can kill it completely. It will be affecting it. Is that clear? It become invasive against their species. Why? It has become completely, now it has been completely influenced by the farmers. Now when I'm using the word farmers, I'm meaning the aqua farmers. So by the pressure of the farmers, they are being completely influenced. Now they can't work. Now I was in Tamil Indiran. Have you seen that movie? In that the chitti robo will be completely changed right after the chip has been inserted, the red chip. So similarly, here what happens after it has become a extreme tolerating one, it will be completely zoned out. It won't work according to the farmer. It will be completely attacking. So what the farmer does is he will slowly escape. Now he'll think, all right, the fish I took does not work according to me, so I'll let it go. I'll let it just. He'll just let it and go. Why? Because he has no use here, right? He expected this to breed and produce more springs, but it is not producing. So he'll just leave it and go. The problem is this pond will be completely now affected by that species. It won't let any organism to survive. It will be killing everything. Is that clear? Yes. It will be killing everything. So, let's say killing in the sense, what does it kill? It will be killing some organisms, special organisms called zooplankton. What is the zooplankton? I'll explain that. Wait a minute. I'll get a picture. I had a picture. Wait. I'll check whether I have that picture. If I have the picture, I'll show you. Right. Uh, Wait a minute. Mm, Right here. Wait. Can you see the screen now? Give me wait. Give me wait. That was a nice image. All right. Wait. Hmm. Now when you see, can you see the image? Yes or no? Yes, right. Okay. In water bodies, something called phytoplanktons are present. Normally, planktons are present. In environment biology, we'll be studying those planktons. What are those planktons? But for the time being, I'll say planktons means a group of species of organisms that are present in the aquatic body or an ecosystem. If we remove those from an ecosystem, that ecosystem's function will be affected. I'll repeat it again. In an ecosystem, there are certain species called the planktons. If we remove them out of that ecosystem, what happens? The functioning of this ecosystem will be affected. So, which means this has a huge impact on that ecosystem. Just have that idea. That's enough, right? In the aquatic bodies, there are some called phytoplanktons, which means phyto means they'll be using those light energies, right? And they'll be carrying out certain photosynthetic reactions, and they'll be doing. Zooplanktons are heterotrophic; they'll be reacting on them, and they'll be consuming. Bacteria will be consuming these zooplanktons, right? Is that clear? Yes or no? These zooplanktons will be consuming bacteria, right? So those will be now. This is an interaction. There is a normal interaction that is taking place. You don't want to think about those interactions. I have just given us a normal, picture for you all, right? So this is how there's an interaction that is formed. Bacteria, zooplankton. There's some sort of interaction like this, right? So what is the simple idea you want for this time being? Planktons are group of organisms that are present in aquatic body or an ecosystem. If I remove that from that ecosystem, what happens? Its functioning will be affected, right? Okay, let's see. Right, back to the note part. Now, what I said, these become invasive. Can you remember? Why? Because of this greedy man. He wanted to make this highly extremophile, highly tolerate extreme conditions. And what happened? That species became invasive. It became attacking all the organisms. So those will also attack planktons. Now, can you understand what are planktons? Planktons are species that are present on aquatic bodies. They will be maintaining the water stability, right? They will be maintaining the food chains and they'll be maintaining the stability. Simply idea is stability. So when these are consumed by these alien species, what happens? water's function has been affected. Is that clear for you? Yes, right. So can you see after consume that it will be making the water's quality changed. It will be altering the water's quality, right? When the water's quality is affected, when its pH is altered and its conditions are changed, now just think in this pond, a cow comes and drinks water, right? A cow comes and drinks water. Now when the water's condition is changed, will it drink water? Will it drink water? It will feel the quality has changed because animals have a good sense of sensation, right? They will feel the water's quality is not the same, it has completely changed. Will it now drink? No, it won't drink. So it will be affecting the mammals also, right? Now let's go to the note part. Invasive ornamental aquatic plants or fishes that are accidentally escaped to natural environment. So accidentally escape means it is done because of the humans. Why? Humans wanted to carry out these reactions, the breeding experiments in an open area, because why? They can't carry this breeding in a tank. Correct, right? Because they have to produce large number of offsprings, they need a large volume, right? They'll be not producing, they won't be inserting only two fishes. They will be producing large number of fishes, right? So they need a large volume. They, because of that, they choose pond. They can't choose river. Why? It will be a flowing, right? They'll be flowing, right? They can't use a ocean. Why? It is way too large. So the correct amount is a pond. So they'll be choosing a pond-like area, and this will be cost. So they're saying invasive ornamental fishes that have been accidentally escaped to the natural environment could affect a wide range of organisms from zooplankton to mammals. Now, is that point clear to you? Yes, right? Okay. Across multiple levels of biological organization ranging from genome to ecosystem. So it is saying this can affect, these invasive species can affect from the genetic level, gene level to ecosystem level. What does they actually mean? Gene level means when these invasive alien species are consumed, it will be genetically altering the organisms. So it will be affecting genetically. So as these invasive species are present in this ecosystem, it will be completely changing the nature of the ecosystem. Why? All the organisms will be killed. So it is changing, or it is altering the genetical level and ecosystem level. So it is, now can you remember the order and organization, right? From molecule, organelle, and we went like this until biosphere. So here he is saying, in this note they are saying from genome to ecosystem. So they are saying this invasive species have a huge impact. Can you see the impact it is creating? Can you see? Yes or no? Yes. With imported live fish, indigenous disease causing agents may also come into a country. Haphazard means excess. Excess use of broad spectrum antibiotics and other chemicals as preventives and release treated water in the natural environment cause antibiotic resistant chemicals. So what they do after this happens, what they do is normally this pond water, now they will be carrying this and they'll be going off, right? If someone uses this water, someone carries this householdly, if he uses for any paddy cultivation or something, right? If he takes it and if he release this, taking a pipe, and if he is connecting this to a house, and from house if it is connected to some sort of river, this can completely cause an effect to the water bodies like rivers, right? Tree, and it will be completely causing a huge impact. Why? Anyone does not know about that because they can't see it, right? They can't see those invasive species. They'll be seeing those fishes are normal fishes. They don't know they are causing some sort of impact like this, right? So they're saying with imported live fish, non-indigenous disease causing agents. Now, disease causing agents can be easily propagated. Why? Because Here there is no any organisms living. Only those alien species are living. Why? It will be killing all organisms. So it will be a, like some sort of a quarantine area. So microorganisms easily tend to grow there. Why? Now normally these invasive species, they will be consuming the plants also. So when the plants are also consumed, there won't be plants, there won't be any fishes, only these invasive species. So there are large number of nutrition present in this pond, but no one to take. Can you understand? There are large number of nutrition. Why? From sunlight rays are coming, and this contains minerals, but no one to obtain that because all of them are killed by this invasive species. So what they do, microorganisms come to this, and they'll be causing disease causing agents will be propagated from this water. That is what they are saying as no, non-indigenous disease causing agents may also come into the country. Is that clear? Clear, right? Right. So what they do is, if we want to treat them with antibiotics, can we treat a complete pond with antibiotics? No, we can't use chemicals, right? So that is the impact of invasive species of ornamental culture. Now take 1 minute and completely check this part. I hope it's clear. Just check and let me know if you have any doubts. Is that clear? Yes. How about Shamla? Is it clear? Clear, right? Okay, then that is the end of our today's class, right? So inshallah, next week Wednesday we'll be having the physical class, right? So next week Friday, hopefully, let's do the next paper, right? So okay, then next week we'll continue from this part, the physical class. So I'll be sending the essays. Make sure to write them, right? Okay, then that's it for the day. Thank you for joining the live class. Do the works, and that's it, right? Okay, then bye. Assalamu alaikum.